Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's College Playing Tip of the Week. My name is Jack Wang, and with me as always is Nancy Steenson of Steenson College Coaching. Nancy, we're getting right up to the deadlines where applications are due. And I know we've talked before about the flurry of last minute questions that come in. Nancy, what are some of the most common questions that do come in last minute, and what are your tips for them?
Thank you, Jack. You hit the nail on the head. That is what's going on this time of year. A lot of last minute questions. And the most common question that I get is sort of the general umbrella question is, should I also send this? And this would be fill in the blank. And the this is all the extra stuff you don't have to do, but should I? And students sometimes feel like if the opportunity is there, if the common application invites them, to upload something or to add something that's not required, students think, well, maybe more is better. And so more is not always better. Every situation is different, but it's important to know that an application is usually read in about 10 minutes. And that's not much time. That means reading the essay, reading the recommendations, evaluating the transcript, etc. If there's more information in that application, they don't take 12 or 14 minutes. They still take, I'm using a round number, but they're going to take the same amount of time, regardless of how much extra stuff you give them. So stuff that doesn't add any value is really diluting the quality of your application. So think twice before you just add stuff. A few examples would be recommendations. If a college asks for one or two, send one or two. If you have an amazing relationship with your soccer coach who can really speak to your character, I think that's a great optional essay, optional recommendation, excuse me. But should every student get an extra recommendation from their coach? Absolutely not. Don't add extra recommendations just because you can. Only add extra optional recommendations if that person can say something different, if that person thinks you are outstanding, and if that person can really write something compelling. Another thing that people ask about is the optional resume. So some colleges allow you to upload an optional resume. I'm personally not a fan unless you have significant extracurriculars, awards, achievement that cannot fit on the common application. In that case, for that student, putting together a professionally formatted resume and uploading it makes sense. For most students, it's a repeat of what's already on the application. So again, why dilute the message? Another example would be the arts supplement. Some colleges allow students to submit an arts supplement even if they're not applying as an arts major. And to those students, I would say, if your music teacher, your art teacher, whomever, thinks that you are immensely talented and could compete in that arena, on its own without your academics. If you could be auditioning into a conservatory, if your art, it could stand on its own as a portfolio applying to art schools, then it will help. It certainly can't hurt. But if it's just something you sort of do and you have not had a chance or the opportunity for a mentor to review it and really assess your talent, and of course that's a hard question, then you shouldn't upload it. So bottom line, immensely talented, yes, submit it. Not sure, probably don't submit. Other last couple of things would be the COVID question, that COVID box that's now been added to the Common App. Do you want to share any experiences about how COVID has set you back? We were all set back. They don't really want sob stories, but if you had something significant to say, if you had illness or death in the family that affected your ability to perform in school, if you missed, significant opportunities, that's worth a mention. And lastly, the additional information section of the Common Application, often overlooked, but sometimes overused. And that's the box that says, is there anything else you want to tell us? Well, by all means, if you broke your leg sophomore year and again, you were in the hospital or your grades dipped or whatever, that's great. But don't go on and on with that section. Don't just pile on more information. Remember, they want to be able to evaluate you in proper context. So if there are things to say them, but don't just add things because there's space to do so. It dilutes the application. Let your strengths and your accomplishments stand on their own.
That's great information. You know, what you emphasize, more is not always better. And add these things if they're truly, truly significant and additive to your overall application, right? Excellent tips, excellent. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching this week's College Playing Tip of the Week. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.